What do you think? Do you think homelessness is something that could be fixed? Is something that could be improved on? Do you think it's something that it's just always going to be a part of society? I mean,
I think it's always going to be a part of society. I mean, I think this is really how life is, and there's different type of problems out here with people. I mean, mental problems, everything. People use drugs because they don't want to deal with things. There might be things in their past that they went through that they can't deal with, so they use the drugs to cope with it. And they think to themselves, by talking to these people, some people, you know what I'm saying, they think that their life is never going to go nowhere, or they don't have enough resources, or they're not getting enough resources, you know? But they're just not taking the time to really figure it out, I can say, because if they want to get themselves out the situation, they can, you know? And it's all up to them, you know? It's unfortunate that it has to be like that out here, but yeah.
have you personally ever experienced homelessness or had any time with dealing with it your own self, or?
Yeah, back when I was younger, you know, for not listening, you know what I'm saying, and not doing things the way I was supposed to do, you know. But it didn't last for too long. But being out here, you know, being out here and seeing what people are going through, some people just don't make it out that phase, you know, and that's just what it is. And we're never going to be able to help them if they don't want to help themselves. And it's a fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think there are any ways that could be that would help people who are sort of stuck? Do you think there's anything that could be done, or, you know, for them or with them that would help them get out, or you think they're always just going to be that way, like in it? Do you think the government could help? Do you think different services could be offered, or do you think it's just, it is what it is and it's not going anywhere?
No, I don't think it is what it is. I just feel like, first of all, it has to be up to the homelessness to actually want help, you know? Some people don't want that help because they feel like that's just it with their life. You know what I mean? Point blank period. They just feel like that's what it is. They're accepting, you know, that this is their life. This is the only thing that's gonna happen to them. You know? And that's sad. It's really sad, you know? I don't like seeing it, and it just, seeing that reminds me of where I don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of where I don't want to be. I wish I was rich to be able to help everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I think when it comes to homelessness, it's really the drugs that are, you know, messing with people's mental, to the point to where they can't think for themselves. It's just a feeling of, I need drugs, I need drugs, I need
No matter what?
No matter what, man. Because they can't think about how they're gonna help themselves. They just for the next hit, you know? And it's crazy.
Do you think, what role do you think, okay, how about COVID? Do you think what do you think about just the situation with COVID and homelessness? Do you think that's escalated things, or do you think it's been like, about the same, or?
I think it's about the same, because living in Seattle all my life, I've been seeing people homeless. I've been seeing people homeless a lot, all through my life out here in Seattle. You know what I mean? And it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed at all. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the same thing.
Do you think if somebody grows up in Seattle, they're more likely to be homeless versus, say, like out in the country? Or do you think family situations
It could be.
Do you think if they're like raised around it and they see it often, do you think it makes them more more likely to in future be homeless?
Nah, not really, because I know somebody that has homeless people in their family, and they seen that. You know, and everybody has somebody homeless in their family. You know, it matters to you whether you want to live your life like that. You know, if you want to live your life like that. I know I don't want to be out here living my life trying to find the next food to eat, trying to find resources. I'd rather just, you know, work hard and I'd rather work hard and figure it out myself.
Have a little more stable living.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Versus, you know, tossing up and in the air and maybe I'll have food today, maybe someone will give me something today, maybe I'll be warmer because someone gives me a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
But I don't really know, or I don't really care because I'm just too tired, myself, or I don't know.
It's, like I said, it's a bad day, and I feel sorry for these people. You know?
Is there anything else you wanted to share, Q?
I just pray that things work for these people, that they get the help that they need, the resources that they need, you know? That they look at the bigger picture, because this is not all, this is not the end. You know what I'm saying? You can always get yourself out of a situation, it's up to you, you know? But then again, like I said, there's some people out here with mental problems that can't help themselves. They need guidance, they need help, you know what I mean? And some families just, because how they acted probably in the past, don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? And let them live out here like this instead of helping them. You know?
For you said when you were younger, I imagine teenage years, maybe early 20s, you experienced homelessness, but now that you're out, you came out of that, was there any certain reason you got out of it, or was it just you? It's one day you were just like, you know what, I'm tired of this, or what was it?
Because you know, so I wasn't listening. I was living with somebody, and I was just going against everything. And I didn't want to live outside no more. I didn't want to be outside. I didn't really have friends like people. Like they say, oh yeah, we got friends. We love you and all that shit. People don't really love you out here. You know what I'm saying? So I had to figure out things for myself, because nobody's gonna help you unless you get on your own feet. You know what I mean?
When you say nobody loves you, so you mean like people can act friendly or nice, but then they don't mean it, or it just depends what you can do for them, or what do you mean by that?
Like when I was growing up, I had friends. They were my best friends. You know, when I got in a situation like that, nobody was there for me. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you want to get out of this situation, you have to push yourself to get out of this situation. That means getting a job. If you have to live outside until you can get a trailer or apartment, whatever that keeps you warm, and you can make your own money to eat, anything, to clothe yourself, anything, man.
I've been asking this for somebody who's been having a drug issue, and I asked, hey, you're homeless and you have this drug issue, if nobody gave you food and it came between starving and being homeless, starving and the drugs, would you get a job, or would you just, like, what would you do? And he said, of course, if nobody gave me food, I would go get a job because I don't want to starve. Do you think people giving free stuff, free food is enabling, or do you think it's a part of the process to help people get out of it?
No, I think that's God's blessing. Honestly, help, all the help. I'm not saying because people are not moving on and going to do it by themselves that it's enabling. I'm saying that's it's a blessing at the same time. You know what I mean? It really is. That people are out here really helping people. You know what I'm saying? And helping them with food, helping them get in shelters, helping them whatever they can to stay warm, to eat, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
So they can keep living. So
yeah,
they don't
so they
just
can
die
keep living.
from
so they can have something.
A chance.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? I don't think that's enabling. I don't
Okay.
think that's enabling at all. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a good thing, and God bless those people's hearts that are out here helping people like that. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
I really love those people. I might not even know them, but still I love you if you're out here doing that. You know?
Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.